Welcome to the Speak Your Piece podcast. My name is Big E, Ian McNaughton here with you, with SYP creator Scott Conkin. Scott, how are you today?
Hey, doing well. I'm back here again. I love it.
We're
I'm
just,
excited for another pod.
I was gonna say, we're just churning out this hashtag content, and I'm so glad that you get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's great. Hey, we're looking into a good winter. We're locked up here inside for COVID-19. It's blustery outside, but you know what? We're making content inside, so it's all
Your
good.
your Movember is looking good too, by the way.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm trying to grow it in. The mustache is coming in well. The beard still got some work, but should be okay.
The beard is what stood out to me. I got nothing. I just got peach fuzz.
Oh, it's okay.
Somebody, I'm not going to say who, but someone called me out the other day via Snapchat, and they asked me where my Movember was, and
Oof.
I'm like, this is it. I haven't shaved this month. Like this is just it.
That's it. Well,
It's
guess
nothing.
you gotta start shaving more throughout the year. So you keep shaving, it keeps growing back quicker, right?
I'm not gonna say that aplastic anemia screwed me on this, where they had to shut down everything, including my facial hair, because I know I could do better if I didn't have drugs impacting me as a child. But that's hearsay, really. Um, Today we're gonna be discussing the NHL reverse retro jerseys. We also got a special project that you and I have been working on for 2 weeks now,
Two
I
weeks now, yeah.
guess.
2 weeks now, yeah.
About 2 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
This is coming after I call the Masters winner this weekend in DJ. People were
Yeah.
congratulating me on that. So
Shout Viewers, shout out to Biggie. Shout out to Biggie. He picked DJ to win. Liam was gonna pick DJ, so shout out to Liam too. And
yeah,
I was way off.
yeah, I know you were.
Rom was close. He was my only pick that was close, my dark horse guy, but whatever. You know what? Whatever. Shout out, good job for DJ. He played unbelievably well.
GG's to DJ. It
Yeah.
wasn't even close on the fucking back nine. Like he pretty much had it wraps. I think we knew by about, I don't know,
12
probably.
or 12 or 13. Once he
Yeah,
got through Amen corner, it was kind of like
yeah.
off game.
So again, thanks to Liam for coming on last week.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna be talking the NHL. Reverse retros came out today. All 31 teams got to participate in reverse retros.
Yeah.
Uh, I have to say there's maybe 5 or 6 ugly ones, and the rest of them are about average to above average good.
Yeah, there's a good spread. I think there's definitely more on the good side than not. I think there's a lot of jerseys in the NHL are kind of in the middle, but they did a good job with the reverse retros. Um, One that really stood out to me, the LA Kings one. It's unreal.
Yeah,
I think it's unreal. Yeah. I'm not. I will say, people know me. I'm a Ducks fan. This is probably controversial, but the Kings reverse retro is pretty sick.
okay.
Not gonna lie.
All right. Because I was gonna say your Anaheim Ducks, I thought had a really nice reverse retro jersey. I thought
Yeah,
they looked really good.
100%.
I think you said you're coming around on it a bit.
Yeah, this morning when I first looked, I was like, "What the fuck? Like, why? They should have gone with the old classic retro." I've been wanting that jersey for years now, and if they made that, I was like, "Okay, I'm buying one of those right away. No matter, no questions asked. Fuck the bank account. Like, we're dropping money on that." But yeah, I've warmed up to it. It's okay. It's not what I hoped, but it's pretty good.
It's still good.
It's still good. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I
The
saw
Ducks
my,
have historically had good jerseys. The only ones that were not great were the 06-07 ones when they won the cup.
yeah,
Otherwise, they've all been sick.
that weird black and kind of, I want to say gold, but it wasn't really gold. It was
It's
like,
like a beige. It was a weird beige
yeah,
color. Yeah.
it was a weird pattern color.
Yeah.
My
How about
De-
you?
my
Any
Detroit
jerseys that stand out?
my Detroit Red Wings, for the wrong reasons. I thought they were gonna be like nicer jerseys than what they were. Like I
Yeah.
was really like when because they showed like whatever the 3 images of like
Like the preview of
the
it. Yeah.
preview of it. It was
Yeah.
white and they had like decent numbers, and it's like, okay, there's something here. Like this looks like it could be a nice jersey, and then they just gave us the what was it, uh, fucking Stadium Series game with Colorado or whatever a few years ago,
Yeah. It was
and
just like a plain logo with
yeah,
like gray stripes on it. Yeah.
people are calling it a practice jersey, and
Yeah.
it's a nicer practice jersey.
That's how I would describe it too. It's pretty bang on. viewers, we will post some of this content on SYP. Hopefully, once teams are actually wearing the jerseys live. But yeah, Detroit and Toronto. Some of the original six teams, I was not that impressed with.
That's a good point that you brought up about teams who have to go on the ice to wear this because like
Yeah,
Philly's jersey looks okay, but
yeah,
I don't know what it's gonna look like on the
yeah.
ice. It's just I don't know.
I think like just looking, I'm looking at it right now. Other than Detroit, all of the white jerseys are sick. Like all, and maybe Dallas. Other than that, all the other like teams with white jerseys are like they're unreal.
I was gonna say Dallas too. It felt I shared this in the SYP story where it's just like it just felt like it was done on the Friday afternoon and the guy was just trying to cut out work early and he's just like, yeah, fuck it, this is
Yeah,
good enough. That's the kind of feeling I got where it's like, yeah,
yeah,
sure, okay.
yeah.
I'll ask you a series of questions here about these
Shoot.
jerseys. We'll go through this
Yes.
together, but I'll ask you questions. Your
Yep.
most overrated jersey?
Oh, most overrated jersey. Probably. Wow, I'm just looking at these.
Yeah.
I want to say the Flames jersey, like with
Okay.
the horse.
Okay.
People like. I'm not gonna lie, it's a sick jersey, but I think people are giving it way too much hype.
I was gonna say
I think it.
we have Flames fans. We know Flames fans, and there
Yep.
are Flames fans who listen to us. So
Yeah.
like, that's
Like
a,
yeah, it's a bold take, but don't get me wrong. I love the jerseys are sick, but I think they're getting a little too much hype for me. And Ian asked overrated, so overrated.
all right. That's
I'd say I'd say the Flames. Flames are maybe yeah, the Flames. Yeah, I'll go with the
okay.
Flames.
You're gonna say the Flames and Blasty is
Yep.
overrated. Okay,
Yep.
that's fair. I'm gonna say Colorado and the Avalanche.
Okay.
I'm
Oh, the Nordiques classic. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
because credit to the Avalanche, they haven't worn any Nord. I don't recall them wearing any Nordique stuff since they've moved to Denver.
No.
Because if you don't know, the Avalanche originally were the Quebec Nordiques, and then in the mid '90s they moved to Colorado because Bettman wanted American teams and the dollar wasn't good, et cetera,
Yeah,
et cetera. And I don't remember Colorado ever wearing
they
Nordique
never
stuff.
did.
I it just feels wrong seeing Nordique stuff in Colorado colors.
That's fair.
It doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah.
The same thing kind of goes with Hartford Whalers stuff and Carolina Hurricanes.
Hmm.
It doesn't sit
Oh.
right with me like Carolina using Hartford
Yeah.
stuff.
But how good do they look? Those examples, how good are they?
They're not. I think the Hartford jersey is better than the Colorado or the Whalers better than the Nordiques.
Okay.
Carolina's is better than Colorado's. But
Yep.
if I had to give, and here's the thing, I know people are gonna like the Colorado one because they like the Nordiques and the
Hmm.
mystique of it all. Whatever, that's fine. But if I had to say an overrated one, I'm gonna say it's the Avalanche and the Nordiques.
Okay. Cool.
That's what I'm gonna. That's my choice for most
Yep.
overrated. Most underrated.
Oh. I said the Kings went off the top.
Yes.
So that I don't want to go with that. I don't want to go with that one again.
Okay.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's jerseys.
Okay. All
They're
right.
old. Like that's like to me that screams Lemieux Yager. Like those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
You get those '90s
yeah,
Lemieux, Yager, Tom Barrasso vibes.
yeah. And I think people know I'm a kind of a sucker for the white jerseys. They're sick. They're so sick. So and I think I personally think those should be the home jerseys. Like you should
Okay.
play. That's hot take. White jerseys at home, darks on the road.
I like that. I wonder if we're gonna do or we're gonna see more of that. Go back to the
Yeah,
old
well,
day.
I know the Dub does it half the year. They split
Yeah,
it.
the junior
Yeah,
leagues do it half the year.
in the junior. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know if the NHL because NHL gets a bit more tricky now
yeah.
when you're just throwing in jerseys. Maybe they'll actually become the NBA and they'll just randomize it. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. What about
Um,
you? Underrated jersey.
I like that Penguins pick by the way.
Thank you.
That's a good pick. I the Penguins one I wasn't too because I think the Penguins one got leaked a little bit early,
Oh,
and
did it?
I think it did, and I was like, yeah, this is. And then now I've seen it, it's like, okay, yeah, I can live with this. Um, my most underrated jersey that I saw today was the Calgary Flames Blasty jersey
Oh, the horse.
with the horse in the black. It wasn't,
Yeah,
and again, this one wasn't really a reverse retro. It's
yeah,
kind of a similar black Flames jersey, but that one just brings back a lot of nostalgia of like early
That's fair.
2000s, like
Yeah, like
or
the Aginla days. Aginla,
Aginla,
yeah.
the Craig
Kip
Conroy, Kippersoft.
Kippersoft, yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah.
why. And I'm not a Flames fan. I've never really been a Flames fan. Never really, been that guy who roots for Calgary. But I do get a bit of nostalgia when I see those
Yeah,
those
for sure.
Flames jerseys. And I
It's
think and I think it's also a bit of a nostalgia, like not a nostalgia, like an age gap, because like obviously like I was too young to like I don't know the Pittsburgh, like I didn't see Yager or Lemieux with the word Pittsburgh on them,
yeah.
but I do remember like the Flames one. So it all depends too on what generation you're from.
No, for sure. I think I have two things about the Calgary jerseys. I
Yes.
think it's funny how I said they're overrated, you said they're underrated. I think it's really
Yes.
um I'm gonna talk to one of my good buddies. He's a Flames fan. I'm gonna see what his thoughts on it later. The other thing is I saw something on I think Daily Hive. They're talking about
Sure.
Vancouver fans are pissed because the Flames stole the Canucks color scheme.
Of course. What else would you
Of
expect?
course,
The Flames have
yeah.
just taken everything Vancouver this off season.
Yeah, that's what the article mentioned actually.
Yeah, it's just you know what else can
Yeah,
soon like they're gonna rename the Saddle Dome in Calgary Rogers Arena 2,
yeah, they
and
call it Rogers Barn.
the Rogers Saddle Dome, and it's just like
Yeah,
that's our sponsor too, you jackasses.
yeah.
Um,
You can say that about Edmonton too.
so you went with the Penguins. I went with the Flames for most
Yeah,
underrated.
for underrated. Yep.
Underrated. What's your favorite reverse retro jersey?
Other than my team's own
What's
jersey,
your favorite? You can say the Ducks, but what's your favorite? I
I'll
want you to
say
have
other
an.
than my own because people
Uh,
know I'm gonna pick the Ducks as my favorite.
okay, I was hoping you would have
Um,
an unbiased opinion, but whatever.
yeah, I'll be probably Arizona. Arizona's jerseys are just fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kachinas, man, with the little coyote on the front. I think it looks so sick on the ice. The purple, man, the purple's unreal.
I was gonna say this, but I didn't have the balls to say it about how I'm pretty sure the Coyotes got the Phoenix Suns to design that jersey with all the purple that's on there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, sidebar. The
Yes.
Suns' new jerseys are sick too.
I don't know what the Suns do. I haven't seen the Suns jersey, so
Check
there
them
could
out.
be. I
Go
will, but
go look them up. Yeah.
I hear the Suns' new point guard is good in Chris Paul as well, but we'll talk about that another time.
That's another pod. It's gonna a bit of a crowded backcourt now in the desert. So
Kelly Oubre deserves better than this.
oh,
We got OKC.
So does Devin Booker. Anyways, it's
All
a
right,
hockey pod, not a
all right,
basketball
all
pod.
right.
So moving on.
So
What's your
you're
favorite jersey?
well, no. So what was your favorite jersey? Was the
I,
Coyotes because
I
of
said Coyotes,
Kachina?
yeah.
Because of
Other than
Kachina?
Anaheim, but yeah.
Because of Kachina.
Well, I wouldn't say because of that, but because of the color, it looks sick.
Okay, all right. My favorite. I'm gonna go with the Washington Capitals. And,
It's a good pick.
and I'm just saying that because I'm a douchebag American who just kind of gets a little bit, you know, horny when I see that American colors, like because it's the black and white capital scheme
Yeah.
in red, white, and blue capital colors,
Yes. Yeah.
and I'm like really excited to see American hero TJ Oshie wear that. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how Alexander Ovechkin is going to look in that. That might be a bit weird. Um,
No, they
also,
look. I like them because again, that's a good pick too because those are old Squamish jerseys, by the way.
are they old Squamish jerseys? I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I didn't. It
Yeah
never occurred to
the
me.
when I started playing hockey in Squamish,
Yes.
The OG jerseys were that just instead of stars, they were like maple leafs
Oh, okay.
in
I didn't
the
know that.
yeah, and it are bit of a different color scheme, obviously. But yeah, it's the same equal. It's the equal. It's the same logo.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't even. It didn't
Yeah.
even occur to me. I just liked it because it just like
Yeah.
the color scheme and the
Fun fact.
Americanness. Yes, fun fact.
Yeah, that's why whenever I play as the Capitals on like NHL, I usually wear those jerseys if I can, if they're
Uh,
available.
all
Yeah.
right. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we're kind of differing. We're different but the same. We have kind of weird jersey tastes, but all for different reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is
Fair.
similar, I guess. Least favorite jerseys. What is your least favorite, and don't be afraid to say it. You can say it if you want.
What, your fucking Red Wings jersey's awful?
You say it if you want. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
No, I don't think that's the worst jersey. Like that one's not great. Um, I don't know. Like I have a few opinions on that. There's like three that kind of stand out to me.
Who's your
How
three that
about
are
you go first, and if you pick one of them, then I'll decide.
okay? My least favorite is the Winnipeg Jets
Yep. Okay, that was one of
because
mine. Yeah.
the Jets jersey looks like something you pick out at Walmart for $59.99, and it looks awful. And
Isn't that what you said about Toronto's jerseys too?
no, Toronto's jerseys. We'll talk about Toronto. I want to talk about Toronto's. Toronto's are the jerseys you buy at Hudson. Those cheap jerseys you buy at like Hudson Bays or Zellers or wherever. And
Okay, boomer.
yeah, exactly. That's the jersey you pick out in the Sears catalog for fucking Christmas. That's the fucking Toronto Maple Leafs jersey.
Okay.
But my least
Okay.
favorite is the Jets, just because like they could have gone with the old Jets and it would have looked so much nicer than whatever the hell that was.
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
fair.
I'm gonna say the
That's
Jets.
a Yeah. That's fair. I don't know, man. My least favorite
Least favorite.
jersey on this list here. Um. Oh man, I don't know.
You can give two. You can give two, and you can say why.
Toronto's just because it's like, why? You could have done so much better with it. You even if you went with St. Patrick's colors, like the old
Yeah.
green, like they wore the green and white. Like even if you had that, like that would be fine. That would be way better than what this shitstorm is. Um, and the other yeah, that one's not very good. The other one that was kind of underwhelming. Um, I kind of want to say San Jose.
Okay.
I have a third one also. San Jose.
Sure. You can say
They
your third
weren't.
one.
They're not really bad. They're just kind of underwhelming. Like San Jose, it's like, what are you doing? And just kind of like just there. Like they're nice, but it's like they could have gone to something a little better.
I feel like I don't know if this is mentioned. I feel like gray is the worst uniform color for your team. Like if you wear a gray jersey, it's like ambiguous to start with because you're not
Unless it's a
really
charcoal gray. If it's like a light gray, yeah, 100%. But
well, like what the Sharks jersey like gray is like ambiguous because it's not really a color, but it's not really
yeah,
white either. It's just a weird shade that
yeah,
like
like
you're sending the message that you don't quite know what you're doing.
yeah, like again, I'm just trying to think like to put into context. Like Vegas jerseys are good because they're dark enough that they're like close to black. They're
Yes,
sick.
yeah. That's
But
not a
like
problem.
this gray, no, I don't like it. I
Yeah.
agree with you for sure. And the last one, same with the New York Islanders. It's the same jersey. It's like, what are you doing?
So someone took like the Islanders jersey that they have now, right? Someone took that, and then they went into Adobe Photoshop and they like increased the darker the blue,
Yeah, they just
and
made it a little darker.
they just increased the dark of the blue like just a little
Yeah,
bit, and they're
yeah.
like, yeah, this is it. This is the reverse retro. It's
And
like,
they switched the colors on the bottom and like on the sleeves. That's it.
yeah,
Like I'm not saying they're bad. They're not bad jerseys. It's just
as
like
as a jersey, it's a fine
it's a
jersey.
fine jersey. I would maybe buy it. But again, am I going if I was a fan of the Islanders, I would buy it. But again, why? There's not you did nothing to the jersey. You
Okay,
just switched the colors.
so
Anyways, those are my three. Yeah.
so your most overrated was the Calgary Flames.
The Flames horse,
Your
yeah.
most underrated was Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Your favorite was Arizona, and your
Yep.
least favorite
Well,
was
yes. Yeah.
your favorite is Anaheim, Arizona,
Yeah.
and your least favorite is San Jose, Toronto, the Islanders.
Probably
Okay,
Toronto. If you have to pick one, Toronto.
Toronto. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I got Avs for my most overrated. I got Flames
Yeah.
for the most underrated. I got the Caps as my favorite, and the Jets as my least favorite. There are two other teams' jerseys that I want to talk about.
Yes.
Actually, actually one team whose jersey I really want to talk about, and that's the Vancouver Canucks.
Okay.
Because Vancouver is very much, you pointed it out before we got on here, it's very much an either you love it or you hate it type jersey.
Yeah.
Where you
100%.
either think it's really nice and you're gonna buy it, or it's ugly and who would want to wear that sort of jersey.
Yeah. That's that's the only way to put it. Like you love it or hate it. There's no in between.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. It's not something I would buy, but again,
No.
it's a nice jersey, and I think it'll look cleaner on the ice. Personally, I think it'll look once the Canucks get on the ice, once you see Hughes and PD wearing it, it'll look better on the ice for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a good jersey. I think it looks fine.
Yeah. Cool.
And I kind of like that actually as like a reverse retro makes sense because there is actually a Canucks jersey with the gradient red and yellow.
Yeah. Yep.
From the 80s that actually looks.
No, that one's from the early 2000s because it's the
Is
purple
it?
blue. Yeah, it's the purple blue. That was the idea they were going for.
You could be right. I thought it was the like 80s one where it was like the like red and gold, but I could anyway, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Anyways, have you put a poll on SYP about these jerseys? Because again, there's a lot of Canucks fans that watches this. So
I have not. Oh, I guess you're right. Okay, yeah. I was thinking of I don't know if you can see this here, but I was thinking of like the bottom one on here.
oh, I see. Yeah, like the
That-
alternate those are like the early 90s. Like
those
the
are 90s,
alternate-
not
so there's
80s. Yeah.
like it's the Canucks skate, but it's like a red and black like the skates in the middle and then red on top, black on the bottom.
And then
Yeah.
you're referring to this one in
Yes,
the middle.
that's the one in the middle. That's the one. That's what they're going for.
That's what they were going for. Gotcha.
So that was their alternate in like the early 2000s when the Canadiens were just kind of getting going.
And yeah, and you were right. I was wrong. I didn't do enough information on that. Any other jersey reverse retro that you like? The Rangers one I like, but is also kind of underwhelming.
Yeah.
They're like like Boston.
I think I said on the top of the show. Shout out to the Kings. Shout out to the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah.
People aren't. I think everyone sleeps on the Wild, anyways. But I like the fact they had a little Minnesota North Stars action there. I think it looks kind of cool. Again, the white jersey again is a common theme here, but no, they're nice. The Wild North Star jerseys are nice.
Okay. Yeah, because I
What
mean,
about you?
Boston and Buffalo like are both like good, but like kind of
Yeah.
middle of the road jerseys. I
Yeah.
actually want to give a shout out to the Montreal Canadiens because the
Mhm.
Montreal Canadiens managed to make blue as a primary color look good on them.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Which I mean, that's kind of impressive. I remember when they were doing this might have been during COVID, where they were talking about doing a like a ranking of all like Canada's World Junior Championships jerseys.
Yeah.
And I think like when they went to the Olympics in like the 20s, Canada wore a blue jersey.
It was like a sweater, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
it was like a
yeah.
it was like a sweater. And SYP creator Keith was saying like, "Oh, this is ugly. You could not, Canada can't wear blue as an American color. It doesn't work. Blah 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 blah." And it's like, no, I think you could actually pull off something like that today.
A blue. Well, I'm just trying to think because that I think was in response to World War One because a lot of I think it was
you're right.
the Air Force wore blue uniforms, and those Canadian.
Like for the RCAF.
That's the one. Yeah.
So
I think
you're
they
right.
wore blue. Here, let me just
I'll stall here while you search it because I would think that Canada could pull a blue jersey off today, as there's enough graphic designers and enough uniform makers that they can make it work. I mean, because kind of Canada's jerseys now are like the regular Canada jerseys are kind of underwhelming. I actually like Canada's black jerseys, like the ones that they wore at this year's World Juniors. I thought were pretty nice, but I think you could fit in a blue. Like the Canada's World Junior team has so many different options they could go with for a jersey. They could fit in a blue.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. 1948 Olympic jersey. The Royal Canadian Air Force Flyers wore this jersey when they returned to Canada to the top of the Olympic hockey podium after a 16-year absence. Obviously, they didn't
It,
win in 36, and then they're nothing in 40 and 44 because of World War II.
yes.
The Flyers actually tied that year with Czechoslovakia at 7-0-1, but they won the gold medal on goal differential by 2 goals.
Wow.
So the RCF Flyers, because back then it was just the best Canadian team, best amateur Canadian team
Yeah.
that went to the Olympics. It wasn't like pros didn't go. It was the best amateur team. So I think Trail actually went one year
I was
too.
going to say Trail, I think, was the last team to do it. It was the last junior team to win the world championship. I want to say that happened in the 50s or 60s, but shout out to the Trail Smoke Eaters because I think they were the last team to do that. But, anyways, going back to my original point, Montreal, I think, killed it with the blue. Like, I think
Yes.
Montreal's jersey is much better than Toronto's jersey.
Oh,
And,
no doubt about it.
and
100%.
Montreal is wearing their opponents, like, their main rivals' colors, and they still managed to pull off a better jersey than Toronto did.
True. Do you think Toronto's a bigger rival or Boston for Montreal?
I just
How about more heated rivalry?
more recent rival is Boston.
Boston. Yeah, I agree.
Toronto, it's kind of there's the historical rivalry, and obviously the English versus French, and you have to go into the history of Montreal and Toronto.
Yeah,
Um,
that goes way back.
that
Even
goes
same with Boston though. But you're right.
Boston,
More
Boston
recently,
too.
the Boston Montreal rivalry has been kind of nuts.
Yeah. Cool. So that's reverse retros.
Yeah.
Again, any other team?
Like, again, shout out to my Ducks. Shout out to the Arizona Coyotes, and shout out to the Pacific Division. They actually overall the best division, Pacific Division for the jerseys. Hot take.
I think it's a good take. I think it's a fair take. Yeah, my Red Wings just underwhelmed. I was so amped to get like the reverse retro jersey. I was so willing to put money down on, and I'm not going to spend money on that.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Okay. Anyways,
we're gonna take a break, and then we're gonna get into our special project that we've been doing here, involving some hockey and bandwagon teams. Okay, we're back here. Scott is with us here. We just talked about reverse retro jerseys. Now we're going to go into our special project. So we've been doing this. We mentioned at the top of the show for about 2 weeks. We've been researching
2 weeks.
this.
Yep.
We're going to be discussing German hockey, DEL.
Yeah.
We're going to be bandwagoning for our DEL team. How do you say the league, by the way?
So, Deutsche Eishockey League. So ice hockey in German is EIS hockey.
Okay.
That's how you say it in Deutsch, obviously Deutschland.
Yeah.
And Deutsche Eishockey Liga is the official name of the DEL. And we each picked a team that we thought was good, was fun to watch. Had some players that we knew,
and we had to do some research on these teams, or at least I did research on these teams.
Yeah, and just before we get into our teams,
sure.
The Cologne Sharks, the team Leon Draisaitl played for, we did not pick them, but I wanted to shout them out because I've been to Cologne. I've been to Langsys Arena, which is in Cologne, Germany. It's super cool. Going in on the train, passing it. It was right on the river on the Rhine. It's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, do we have to share all the German because I just Wikipedia search it now.
We don't have to. There's 14 teams, I think.
There's 14 teams. You're correct.
Yeah.
There's the Panthers, Berlin, the Penguins, not the Penguins, the Penguins, Dusseldorf, Ingolstadt.
Dusseldorf. Yeah.
The Roosters. I'm butchering all of these, by the way. Nuremberg Ice Tigers, the Wild Wings, Star Tiger. There's 2 teams named Tigers, which is cool. Wolfsburg Grizzlies. But Scott, you go ahead. You talk about your team that you're bandwagoning for. I guess for the next couple podcasts, we're going to have to do reports, or at least the next couple hockey podcasts, we're going to have to do reports on our team. This is basically like a long-term project that we got going on here.
Yeah, I think within each pod, we'll just do a little 2 or 3 minute chat about our team and just some background. I think there's a few games within our teams coming up, and
I think our teams play next week.
Yeah, they do. The 25th.
Yes.
Yeah, November 25th they play. So we'll give you an update on that once that game is played, and we'll discuss. Anyways, so
we invite you to join our German bandwagon hockey league as well.
Yo,
Pick your
what
team.
we should do. Actually, I just thought about this. So
Yes.
on the pod. So what we should do when I'm back in Squamish
Sure.
in a few months, like a month or so, we should play an NHL, like a 7-game series.
Sure.
The Munich Red Bulls versus, or sorry, between our two teams. How about that?
Sure. So
Okay, I like that.
you go ahead and you share your team.
All right. So I played Squamish Eagles, so I picked the Eagles as well. But these ones are from Mannheim, so the team name is Alder Mannheim, which Alder is German for Eagles, and so Mannheim Eagles is my team. I picked this team just because I actually was in Mannheim for a layover on a train, and they have a lot of players that you, the fans, will know, starting with a third overall pick, Tim Stutzel. He played on Mannheim, and he was one of the rookies this year, and he was
I hear he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's just okay. He's okay. He knows his way around the ice.
At least before Ottawa ruins him. But go ahead.
I don't think Ottawa's gonna ruin him. But anyways, he's a great player, no doubt about that. Another guy, actually, Ian knows very well. Mort Sider, 6th overall pick, 2019 draft.
That guy is definitely good. That guy, I see him all the time. He's just doing shit, which is just astounding for me to watch. Yeah.
So, anyways, there's half of the good players on the German national junior team this year, which we'll get into in our World Junior Pod coming up soon.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, quick little history. Alder Mannheim, founded in 1938, before the World War. Their arena has 13,000 seats. SAP Arena, which sounds a lot like something San Jose. They've won 6 championships.
I was gonna say same company, I guess, that has naming.
Who knows? Yeah, I think they are actually. 6 championships won in their history: 1980, 97, 98, 1999. So 3 in a row, and 4 in 5 years: 97, 98, 99, 2001, and the last one was 2007.
Cool. What's their jersey color, by the way? What color are their jerseys?
They're like white. They're like white, blue, and red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
They're sick though.
They are inferior to my team, EHC Red Bull Munich. What's Munich in German?
You'd say a München because the
sorry.
U is like München. Yeah. You got it.
So Red Bull München were founded in 1998, so a year before I was born. They changed over to Red Bull München in 2013 when Red Bull, I don't know if you know Red Bull, the energy drink, bought the team. And
apparently it gives you wings.
Apparently, it must give wings to this hockey team because since Red Bull bought the team, Red Bull München have won a championship in 2016, 2017, 2018, and at least there was no champion in 2020, but they were ahead in the first team in the standings when the season was postponed in 2020. They play in the Olympia Ice Hall. So the
Ice Hall, yeah.
Ice Hall. They're from Munich, which is a beautiful city, I've been told, in Germany.
Never been.
Never
been.
On
On the list though. Speaking, yeah, beautiful city with an unreal soccer team.
I was gonna say it. It's not like Berlin. I hear Berlin is very gray and dull.
At least it's not as gray and dull as it was before. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Fair enough. Notable players on the team. I don't know if JJ Peterka, who was a first-round pick this year, I don't know if he is on the team again this year. They have former NHL defenseman Keith Awley is playing for this team.
Is that current or is that just previous?
This is current. This is what's on the team website right now. As well as former Buffalo Sabres center Derek Roy.
Derek? Oh, right. Yeah.
He's on his team still. Newly signed Edmonton Oiler Dominic Cahoon is on this team.
Just for now, he's playing now.
He's loaned. He's loaned.
Yeah.
And so pretty much this is the same team that owns the Red Bull F1 racing team, with Max Verstappen leading that team.
Of course, you
Uh,
would know that.
of course, I would know that. Just a fun fact, just for all you F1 listeners out there. I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure there's other people. Um, and yeah, it's Red Bull. They wear like blue and have a Red Bull logo on it. I think there's also Red Bull Salzburg in Austria. Not the same. They play in different leagues, but just
Different league, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna
In
be.
the Swiss league, yeah.
It's kind of a dick move rooting for the bandwagon for the good team that's been dominating German hockey for like the last 5 years. But I
Well,
mean,
you like the team right away, so that's
well, the other team I was looking, I don't know why, but I was looking at like the Wolfsburg Grizzlies, and I was thinking about like switching and seeing if that was a team maybe I should go with. But I'm gonna stick with Red Bull. I'll stick with Red Bull Munich, Red Bull Munchen.
Munchen, yeah, very
Munchen,
good.
sorry, I'm gonna get this figured out here. So I have to check because I think they've played like 2 games, like up to 2 games, I think so far this year.
Yeah, they're doing it in Germany this year. If correct me, you probably know better. Correct me if I'm wrong again. They're doing like a tournament style, so they like play like only like 6 teams out of or 6 or 7 teams in the league, and they just play those teams over and over again, and then I guess the 2 top seeds play each other in a final.
I was gonna say I think they're in groups.
The group, yeah, in groups, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go to their Facebook page, but I think they're in groups, and essentially they're just like you say, they're just kind of playing like
Each
repetitive
other.
games against one another. But
Yeah.
our teams play. It's the 25th. It's the Wednesday at like 10 in the morning.
Maybe we'll try to get it on TV.
We'll have to try and watch some of that. So
Yeah.
we are in the same group with the Berlin Polar Bears.
The Ice Baden, yeah.
And,
Bears, yeah.
And the Schwinginger Wild Wings.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy me butchering
yeah, it's hilarious.
These German names. But this is part of our growth strategy to grow in new places like Germany.
Oh, of course. Again, we gotta provide the hockey content, and there's nothing. Well, there is stuff going on here in North America, but it's just not quite the same.
Which I think should be our next project as well. Is figuring out a college hockey team to root for. But so we're going to be doing some more German hockey stuff. I'm trying to think of because like we were having this discussion while we were doing this project. Most of the German national team and World Junior team comes through Mannheim, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or
Mannheim has historically been a bit of a factory. They've had a lot of great guys come through that team. I know Marcel Gotch, he's former Nashville Predator, Florida Panther. He is their captain right now. I think Dennis Seidenberg played for the Eagles.
Because I was going to say Yannick Seidenberg currently plays for Red Bull, as does Chris Bork. Chris Bork, who I want to say played for Calgary, but I don't know for sure.
That sounds right.
So, yeah,
I've got some good names for you.
Okay.
Does the name Jochen Hesch ring a bell?
It does ring a bell.
Buffalo Sabres center. Yeah, he's their second leading scorer of all time for Mannheim. So he's pretty good. Who else is here?
Because I mean, I feel like if we just go through each roster and like figure out all the names, then we're actually gonna be surprised who plays.
Yeah. Who you know?
Wayne Simpson was the leading scorer in the Dell last year.
Yeah. Does the name Curtis Foster ring a bell?
It does not.
It does not. Curtis Foster played for the Oilers and a few other teams as well. He's the one that, you know how there's the hybrid icing rule?
Yes.
He was one of the defensemen that got drilled.
Oh.
And that's what changed the rule. He went head first into the end boards.
Oh. Okay.
Basically, almost ended his career. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
I think I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he played for Tampa. He played for a bunch of teams. Atlanta, Minnesota, Tampa, Edmonton, Anaheim, New Jersey, Philly. And now he's in Mannheim. Or he was in Mannheim for a few years.
So. Huh.
Yeah.
I just have. I'm just pulling up on Hockey DB.
Yeah, it's a reliable source for this kind of information.
It is, but it's not letting me get what I want here. Because I'm trying to find some cool stats that we could talk about. I probably should have done this in the research leading up to this, but I did not. Well, I guess we're not going to get the stats that I'm looking for. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna be rooting. I'm gonna be rooting for Red Bull. You're gonna be rooting for Mannheim. When was the last time you said Mannheim won a championship?
2007.
2007. Okay, so all right, not a long time then. Red Bull's won it like 3 times.
Maybe that's why I root for Mannheim too. Because when was the last time the Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, I'm not a bandwagon fan. There's some logic behind my pick.
Well, okay. Well, so just to provide context for listeners, when we talked about doing this, I was going through teams and I was saying like, oh, this Red Bull Munich, like, okay, I might be able to root for them. And then you like told me how, oh yeah, these guys are like the defending like they're like the fucking Golden State Warriors of German hockey.
That have been for the last few years.
It's like, okay, well, I don't want to be that asshole, and now I've decided to be that asshole. So congratulations. I'm rooting for Red Bull Munich. Red Bull Munchen.
Munchen, very good. Yeah.
Munchen, okay.
Munchen, very good.
So yeah, that's gonna be our project. Stay tuned for that. Feel free to join us if you have a German hockey league team that you want to root for, and send us your rooting habits.
Hey, Ian, let's make a poll. Do you vote? Are you with Team Scotty K and Alder Mannheim? Are you with Team Big E and you're with
Red Bull?
Red Bull Munich.
So I guess we'll finish off the podcast. And do you have any hot takes? Anything else that you want to add before we finish this off here?
Do you want me to? Are we talking about the whole pod in general, or are we just talking about any hot take?
Any hot take? Because we like to finish with a hot take at the end of the pod, right? Like if you got a hot take or you got something cool, some.
We're gonna go. Okay, we're gonna go way off the board here.
Sure.
So this is big sidebar. I know it's a hockey pod, and we talked about basketball, about the Suns. The Suns jerseys are sick. That's not my hot take though. There's been talk. James Harden wants to play in Brooklyn. So my hot take is Brooklyn Nets win the NBA championship next year, 2021, with a healthy KD, a healthy Kyrie, and possibly James Harden.
It's actually a good, a bold hot take. And I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
The funny thing is when Steve Nash is going to get fired before those guys end their contracts. That's my take with Brooklyn. I just don't see it. Okay. I don't know about Harden going to Brooklyn either.
There's been talk. Harden declined his option for the Rockets this year. He's a free agent.
But did you see the video of him tonight where he posted a video of him like taking off a bottle cap and then like zooming in on the cap?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it's just like some people like to say things or whatever, and he just focuses on the cap because obviously
they're because they're capping. Yeah, okay.
Which I mean, okay.
All right. Well.
Interesting. We'll have to get Fuji on here and do a basketball pod at some point.
Or get Armin back on too.
Or get Armin as well. Trying to see if I have any good hot takes or anything I've been working on these last, because this podcast and it's pretty much just me like workshopping my thoughts and opinions on people. I think the Seattle Seahawks will win out in the regular season here. Not really a hot take.
So they're gonna go 13-3.
I think so.
Wow.
That's a bold take. I mean, because if you look at their schedule, so the Seahawks schedule, for those that don't know, they play Arizona this Thursday. We're recording this Monday night after the Bears win tonight, so we're recording this Monday night. So Seattle hosts Arizona Thursday.
Yep.
Then on the 30th or whatever, I don't know, Monday night, the Monday after that. Not the Monday after that, but like a week, like 10 days after the Thursday game, they go to Philadelphia and they play the Eagles on Monday Night Football.
Oh, they'll win that.
They also have home games, I think in this order, against the Giants and the Jets.
Okay.
They have to go to Washington.
They'll be what? That's fine. Those are all NFC East teams. They're dog shit.
Well, not the Jets, but they are in NFC East. But
Oh, they're still
same
shit.
same shit, different smell. They host the Rams.
Okay, that'll be a tough game.
And they go to San Francisco to end the year.
Ooh, and you think they'll be San Fran at the end of the year?
San Fran's pretty unhealthy. There's no Garoppolo and there's no Kittle. Like both of those guys are out long term.
Are they gone for the year? I know Kittle's gone for the year.
Pretty much, yeah. I want to rage about that because I have Kittle in my fantasy. I had McCaffrey in fantasy.
McCaffrey's back. No,
he got injured again this week.
So he got injured again.
So now he's day to day.
Man.
My team is just awful.
Hey, it's not your year. Didn't you win this league 1 year?
2 years. 2 years ago.
Yeah. And hey, sometimes it just isn't your year.
And I'm essentially like. I'm like the Atlanta Falcons if the Falcons won that Super Bowl against New England, where it's just complete failure after failure after failure and disappointing finish. That's what actually, but I did win this weekend against my father, which was.
Oh, that's good.
Well, he's kind of pissed off because he's actually doing well this year and he's trying to contend for a playoff spot, and I'm like the third worst team in our league. Not a great loss for him.
Hey, plain spoiler. Fuck, that's
exactly. We're just trying to get a good draft pick next year mostly, but if we can win that game, that's okay. Scott, thank you for coming on. Much appreciated.
Yeah, hey,
we're gonna be talking more, I'm sure, about reverse retros when they actually play hockey, and I'm sure we're gonna talk more about German hockey when the season actually gets into high gear.
Love it. Yeah, we'll get some polls going, more content for you on lots of things. It's gonna be December, Christmas break. Expect lots of content. Expect some good OG speak your piece content.
We're bringing hot takes back, which some people didn't like. My hot take this past week, but
I'm not gonna comment on that one. That's yeah, that was a very bold take. I think that's I'm not surprised why some people don't like that one.
You see that again. It's like me chatting with you and other people. I'm kind of workshopping these. Into like it's like a comedian who's like seeing what's funny, what isn't funny. That's kind of what I'm doing with my hot take.
But hey, again, the what we do best is we stir the pot, and that hot take definitely stir the pot. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
anyway.
And that's what makes a great hot take, is that it gets the people talking.
Gets the people going. That's the podcast. Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We'll be back again soon. Peace out.